Making digestion efficient. Your body maintains a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius, so your digestive enzymes always have an optimum temperature at which they can work as fast as possible. Keeping the pH at optimum levels is difficult, however, because the different enzymes of the digestive system have different optimum pH levels each. Protease enzymes, for example, in the stomach, work best at acidic conditions, while protease enzymes made by the pancreas to be secreted into the small intestines and work there need an alkaline medium to work. So these are both proteases, but they have different optimum pH levels. Your body makes different chemicals in order to solve this and keep conditions ideal in different parts of the digestive system for your digestive enzymes to be able to work throughout. So let's start discussing this. First of all, you have around 35 million glands in the lining of your stomach. They secrete the protease pepsin to digest proteins. Pepsin works best at an acidic pH. So what does the stomach do in order to maintain an acidic medium? It produces a concentrated solution of hydrochloric acid from the same glands that produce pepsin. And actually, you produce around 3 liters of hydrochloric acid per day. This maintains an acidic medium in the stomach and allows pepsin to work at its best and most efficiently. And another advantage of hydrochloric acid is that it kills most of the bacteria that you take in with food. Your stomach also produces a thick layer of mucus in order to coat the stomach walls and protect it from the acid, because actually your own stomach is at a danger if hydrochloric acid comes into contact with it. If someone develops a stomach ulcer, the protective mucus is lost and acid production may increase. The lining of the stomach is then attacked by the acid and by protein-digesting enzymes, by the proteases like pepsin. This is because the lining of your stomach itself is made up of proteins. Now let's look at the small intestine. After food leaves your stomach, it goes into the small intestine. Some enzymes that work in the small intestine are made in the pancreas and are secreted into the small intestine, and others are made by the small intestine itself. Both of them work best at an alkaline pH, which is the medium of the small intestine. It is alkaline. However, the acidic liquid coming from your stomach that contains the food needs to become alkaline before it enters the small intestine, because if it stays acidic, it is going to ruin the pH of your intestines, and then the enzymes will no longer have an optimum pH to work at. This is a problem. For this to happen, your liver makes an alkaline liquid called bile. Bile is stored in what we call the gallbladder until it is needed during digestion. It is then secreted into the bile ducts, which will take it to where it should meet the food. As food from the stomach enters the small intestine, bile is squirted onto the food through the bile duct. The bile will neutralize the acid that was added to the food in the stomach. The food will now be safe to enter the small intestine's alkaline medium, and the enzymes that will act on the food will be at optimum pH and can work at their best. So here we see the liver that produces the bile. It stores it here in the gallbladder. And here we have the duodenum, which is leading us into the small intestine. We see that the bile ducts are connected to the duodenum. So, bile from the gallbladder, where it was stored, is going to go into the bile duct and then be secreted into the duodenum, where it will meet with the food coming from the stomach, and it will neutralize the acid, so the food is no longer acidic and can enter the small intestine safely.